I got a WhatsApp text from Sharon in Wickford. She said about the hate preacher. She said, I emailed the Home Office about the hate preacher yesterday. No reply yet. This is urgent. Well, Shaz, join the club. I know the feeling.
What did you expect, though? I mean, really?
Why does it take so long?
I don't know.
Anything to happen in this country?
I don't know why there's a dilemma over this. I just think it's quite simple. You know, I know we don't like necessarily to take our lead from the EU, but in this case, I think possibly the view of however many 29 other countries might perhaps have some validity.
This is really going to stick in my throat, but good for the EU countries. I mean, good for them.
It's maybe not
but I mean, they say the wheels of justice turn slowly. The wheels of politics are glacial. I mean, why? Everything's a committee, and that nonsense yesterday. The poor families of the victims in the Nottingham horror, the 3 stab victims. Their families go for a meeting with Keir Starmer. What do they get? An inquiry. Great. 5 years of claptrap, costing us a fortune. We all know what went wrong anyway. Inquiry. Anything that takes a long time, our political mob, the Westminster boys and girls in the bubble, they're going to love it. They love everything taking a long time. But they need to make a decision on what one of my correspondents here calls this hobnob guy.
Maybe
Hoblos.
Maybe the best way to deal with these people is just to ridicule them.
Well, I do ridicule that guy, but then again, he's going to wind people up to,
it's not good.
He's going to create hate. And this is not going to be, he's not going to be delivering a message now, all of you, my fellow Muslims, my fellow followers of Islam, you go out there, you commune, you join the people who are not Muslims. He's not going to be doing that. He'll be delivering an extremely strong separatist message. Trust me that. Now, let's move on and let's talk about these judges. Now, in fairness, I thought this would happen. Even two-tier Keir, quickly, to his credit, God, I'm having to pay credit to some people I don't like paying credit to tonight. First the EU countries, now Keir Starmer. I've changed.
Not the Guardian, though.
Not the Guardian bloke, no. But seriously, two-tier Keir in Parliament today denounced this ridiculous judge, Hugo Norton-Taylor, for opening the floodgates to Palestine. And he did say this loophole will be closed. So well done, Starmer, on that front. Now, as I said to you...
But will it be closed?
Well,
I mean, I'm not that confident. This is a government that loves to announce things, hoping that a story will go away, or hoping they get a good headline for a day, point. And then they don't actually follow through.
Yeah, well, we're holding you to account, Keir. You better do this.
Because it might actually require a change in the law. Yeah. If a judge has made that ruling, then that is case law. Yeah. So then you've got to actually introduce legislation, I think.
Well, it's about his decision. It's an
interpretation.
Would or currently will allow Palestinians to use exactly the same system that was devised specifically for Ukrainian refugees. And that is wrong. It's technically wrong. So hopefully we don't have to change the law or anything like that. But Hugo Norton-Taylor, go and have a drink with your dad. Get yourself a job that you're capable of doing, because right now you're a danger to this country with your stupid decisions, you utter half-wit. And we got another one. This one is called, I've got a name here somewhere, Gemma Loughran. Step forward, Gemma. She's a judge. She's a tribunal judge. Right. Now, this one's a doozy. Right. This is a 49-year-old Nigerian woman who came to this country illegally in 2011. Well, I think she came on some sort of visa and outstayed it. She's been here illegally ever since. She has been deported, and every single time she has appealed. Right. She's appealed 8 times. I mean,
the cost of this will be astronomical.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is, when we decide to deport someone
on a plane,
they are able to just appeal. And then we do it again. You're deported this time. I'm appealing again. All right, then. You're deported. All right, you appeal again. OK. I mean, we've got to put a cap on this. I mean, I would suggest no appeals, but all right, 1, and that's it. 2 max. 8 times. And she was told, well, look, you're never going to make it. So what she did, you won't believe this, what she did, she joined a Nigerian terrorist group.
What is it, Boko Haram?
No, they're called the Indigenous People of Biafra.
That was my second guess.
Yeah. They're a separatist group. She joined them in 2017 because although they're a prescribed banned group in Nigeria, they're not banned here. Right. So she was legally allowed to join it here, and then she went back to the court saying, now,
I can't go back
as a member of the
Indigenous people
of Biafra, if you send me back, I'll be persecuted. And asinine, idiot upper tribunal judge Gemma Loughran said, absolutely, you can stay. So she succeeded. Home Secretary, Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp, quite rightly said this was a comically ludicrous interpretation of the European Convention on Human Rights, because it is the ECHR that allows these people to get away with this claptrap.
And time and again, that is what comes up, isn't it? It is the ECHR again and again and again and again. And I find it astonishing that still the Tory leadership is not committed to leaving the ECHR. What's the dilemma here, guys? Just leave the ECHR, and until they and this government or whoever is in power does that, we're going to get these insane judgments which are anti-British, they are anti the national interest. They're going to go on and on and on, aren't they?
And they always say, these idiot judges, they always say, my hands are tied. It's the terms of the European Convention on Human Rights. What can I do? That is absolute crap. This is about interpretation. Judges interpret. They can interpret it whichever way they want. They could interpret the ECHR saying, no, you're out of here. But they don't. They never do, because they're all Guardian readers, or their dad works for the Guardian. This guy, Hugo Norton-Taylor, was clearly raised in a sort of crazed pro-Palestine, anti-Israel home. His dad, Richard Norton-Taylor, is now 80. Grow up, Richard, by the way. 80 years old, just still doing all this genocide, Israel. Just grow up. It's about time. 8 decades and you're still a juvenile idiot? Come on. Anyway, he's still posting it's genocide and, and all this all over social media. He's a tireless anti-Israel campaigner. Hugo Norton-Taylor, this judge that made this decision,
chip off the old block,
well, he was raised in that kind of household, and what are we going to do? It's mad.
Yeah, it is mad. Well, I know what we're going to do. If the right parties or the right people get into power, they will get out of the ECHR. It's the only way that we get on top of this. And I'm afraid the Tory leadership, if they're not going to go down that route, they are not going to be in tune with the majority of the British people.
She doesn't want to. And by the way, she was woeful in Prime Minister's question time yesterday.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't mean to be nasty to Kemi Badenoch, but I'm going to just say this. She's like Rachel Reeves, who will be talking to. Talking to. That'll be the day. I don't see her coming on talk anytime soon. Who we're talking about in just a second. These are 2 women who are in jobs they're just not up to. Kemi Badenoch is a disaster.
It's pretty obvious that
she's
now.
a disaster.
Yeah.
She's a disaster.